Hi, my name is Ruta and you're watching my practice and our practice of learning some new styles for the hair, for the long hair mainly, how to develop the habits and also how to become comfortable with sharing your emotions, feelings and how you are. So this is today, I think it's a day 65, and we're gonna do it. Will look almost like a deja vu what we've done yesterday. After Milkmaid Plait, we're gonna do Fishtail Milkmaid Plait. And after some learnings, yesterday I actually made some decisions on how I'm gonna do this because of the particular way my hair is cut. So I have layers in my hair, and I think if you have long hair, probably you might be experiencing the same. The problem with these lower head plaits is when we use all hair and then when we plait it, this part of the hair usually falls short with the lengths, and then the plait itself is not very long. So what I'm gonna do today, so first of all, I'm just gonna refresh my parting. Even though, so I slept in plaits, which prevented my hair from massive tangling. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm just kind of like separating my hair in two sides. And one of them, I'm gonna start with one of them, but I'll do both sides. I will basically separate the short hair from the long hair. So it looks like this. I comb my hair and I kind of check where we have like a short cut finishing. Okay, so with me it looks like it's mainly up to here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually just going to kind of like swirl it and put it here. For now, it's just temporary. And I'm gonna do the same with the other side. So like that, what I'm doing is basically I'm making sure that the length of my plait is gonna be, I'll be able to use all the strands to almost the end of the plait, because what happened yesterday, because one of the strands was shorter than the other two, when you do three strand plait, then the plaiting itself finishes like somewhere here, and then when you cross it over your head, you don't really have the entire length. So it's better to do a thinner plait, but longer in this case. And I will also do another thing. I'm gonna do it a little bit more towards the front. So I'm gonna do the plait kind of towards the front here. And because it's also fishtail plait, it's probably not gonna be so problematic as it was yesterday with the strands being too short. So just giving another brush to make sure that if there are any hair out there in here that are sticking out, is all incorporated. So, and you know, fishtail plait takes a long time to do. So I think majority of my work will be off camera. Nevertheless, we can start. So I divide my hair in two, and then what I do is this, taking a tiny section of the hair and crossing over. Then do the same from the other side. Tiny section of my hair, crossing over. Tiny section of my hair, crossing over. Another tiny section of my hair and crossing over. And basically I'm gonna plait it like that the entire length. And you're gonna see what's gonna start happening at some point of this fishtail plaiting. You're gonna start feeling these separated strands, and you will not need to separate your hair so much, because it will be kind of like a natural thin strands that you will be able to grab on to cross over the other side. So just repeating this technique until the very ends where there is no more plaiting possible. And this is a bit lengthy task. And now, my darlings, you see almost end result of me doing the fishtail plait, and at the moment it's kind of like very end of it, and I'm like struggling to separate little strands. And also, while I've been plaiting my plait, I've noticed a mistake that I have made. You see that hair there? It's basically outcast. It doesn't belong anywhere. My first reaction to that was, yeah, I should just cut it and then get rid of the problem. But if we do that every time, you know what's gonna happen. We're not gonna have much long hair left. So I decided I'm gonna share with you how I fixed this problem in an elegant way. So basically, and you can't see it even. Okay, so those are the plaits, okay? And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna kind of rough it up a little bit just to make it look plumper. And now with this hair, what I'm gonna do, you see, is kind of like this. When I'm gonna be doing my plait, I'm just gonna kind of like combine it, and I'm gonna put it under, because we're gonna be doing it like this anyways, right? So yeah, just to kind of like, I'm just gonna smoothly combine it under my plait. Okay, now roughing up part looks like this. We take the bits from our fishtail on both sides and we slightly pull it. Be careful though, especially towards the end, because the fishtail plait is very delicate. So sometimes you may end up pull the hair and the whole end bit starts to stick out. So, and also I'm not that pro with the fishtail plaits yet, so I don't know how to do it in I think I was actually, while plaiting, I was thinking, it's probably up to you how fine or not fine you want to do these strands that you're using. It can be extremely fine, you can use extremely tiny strands of the hair, or you can use basically much chunkier bits than what I used here. So as you can see in this bit, I don't know exactly why it's like that. Is it because I've been taking hair from the back, or I pulled it too strong? So I'm just gonna kind of try to make it a bit equal, a bit more equal, and just gonna test it out. Yeah, okay, it's fine. So that's one plait, and I'm gonna do the same. I have a little mirror here, so it's easier for me to see. I am usually wearing glasses, but I'm also practicing non-glasses, and sometimes I wear contact lenses. I practice non-glasses because, one, I've been changing my glasses every year to stronger ones up until I read this. Well, okay, I started practicing Power of Your Mind, and you know, like how what we think affects what happens to us. And also another thing which I did, I came across some kind of like a eye training method, and one of the things they were saying to do, which is not good thing, that like lots of people tell us, you know, if you're supposed to wear glasses, wear glasses. It's not actually a good thing to do, because when we always, there is something that is not exactly correct with the way the light and the vision rays, when they reach our eye, breaks. I think it breaks either before the point or after the point where it's supposed to break. And basically, if we always wear glasses, it always kind of like corrects that breaking point, and our eyes don't try to heal itself, because generally speaking, our bodies, our systems are always trying to heal itself. So, and ever since I stopped wearing glasses all the time, my eyesight improved slightly, and also it stopped deteriorating. So basically, I'm wearing the same glasses as I wore 5 years ago. Okay, so now we have the plaits, and now what we're gonna do with these awesome bits in here. So I suggest, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna incorporate them under my Milkmaid plaits. So this is first fishtail plait, and I guess I need to be pretty So I created this cute circle and I just kind of used hair grip to secure it, and once I'm gonna put the plait across, I'm just gonna secure it from the back. And I'm gonna do the same with this side. I suppose, thinking about it, I could have incorporated this hair in a fishtail plait, because fishtail plait by nature, it doesn't have to, you don't have to keep the same strands, because the strands I keep on exchanging place as one side, other side, one side, other side, But for the sake of demonstration, and because yesterday I felt like my plaits were too short to go across, I just wanted to try this thing out. Okay. So this part I'm winging. So, okay, let's now test. So if I do my Milkmaid Plait like this, it actually comes across all the way. So like this, I can have it, and I can actually secure it somewhere. I could probably secure it somewhere. What I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna secure it not at the very back, but kind of like towards the middle, because I'm thinking I'm gonna fold this end and I'm gonna tuck it under my other plait. So anything that you see sticking out, you can just tuck it under your plait. So that's one plait, and now this one, let's correct our mistakes. Obviously, ideally you would replating everything, but you know what? With the fishtail plait, it's quite time consuming because it takes a long time to plait it. So fishtail plait goes kind of right on over the other plait. Okay, and look, it actually fits perfectly in here. So I'm using the clip which I used to secure the bit where I curled my front hair, and now all I have is these two things, and I need to somehow neatly put them under my hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this bit under here, and I'm gonna use hair clip to secure it under. I wonder how they used to do it in the old days when they didn't have hair clips. They must have used something. They probably were using bobbing pins or something. So with this part here, I'm using the same. So the same method. I'm kind of tucking it, putting it under, and now I'm just gonna kind of clip this part on. You know what? It actually looks pretty awesome. I probably prefer this to Milkmaid Plait. Okay, let's see how it looks like from the back. Yeah, pretty okay. I think my parting is not completely straight, but did the milkmaids have their back completely straight? Probably not. And another thing that I want to use today is hairspray. I think after this intricate hairstyle, I'm gonna have to wash my hair, but hey. Okay, now, what's all going on and how do I feel emotionally? Today I have been reflecting about the fact that I'm addicted to doing things. I'm just searching for the earrings, therefore you see me distracted. I'm addicted to doing things, and I'm just keep on doing things, and I'm keep on doing things, and I never calm down. And in the day, if I want to rest, if I have some things that I haven't done, I'm like crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rest, but 10 minutes I'm gonna rest, and then I'm gonna do this. So the time that I have myself for resting doesn't work because I'm keep on stressing about what I'm gonna have to do. So I decided to consciously decide every day how long I'm gonna dedicate for working. And apart from that time, I don't really need to work much. Also, I guess this is relative because when you work for somebody else, you don't really, usually you don't decide how much you want to work, how many hours you can work. Well, if you're freelancer, you can, but generally if you're employed, then, you know, your employer decides how long you're going to work. But when it comes to working for yourself, for example, let's take today for me, right? Today is Friday and I don't have any work commitments apart from my own business and the sessions and the webinars and workshops and anything that I may decide to do. So, and also like the sessions, it's also up to me how many people I decide to accept every day or per day or even per week. And I was reflecting on it and I found that probably for me to feel emotionally and physically harmonious, I wouldn't want to do work any more than 3 to 4 hours per day. And of course, you know, like some people may say, oh my God, this is like really kind of like spoiled attitude or something like that. But if we forget social norms, if we completely forget how long we think we should be working, how long would you really want to work? And I'm talking about actually I'm also talking about all situations, like even when you're employed by other people or you're employed by yourself. And when you decide, because usually I think for me it's like, it's not that I don't want to do work on a days, especially if I feel like I am running out of my energy. It's just that I feel like every day I'm doing more than I wanted to do, and then at the end of certain time period I hit the thing which feels like kind of like a depletion, exhaustion, that type of thing. My fellows astrologers and human design practitioners, my energy type is projector, and you know, projectors are not designed to do 9 to 5 because we don't have a sustainable energy source ourselves. So anyways, but putting this aside, let's forget all astrological and, you know, human design and notions, and just kind of like, if we forget all of that and we just look at ourselves, what feels harmonious, what feels in balance, what feels like also, you know, like some people probably they like working and they want to be doing work, but for me, part of my work that I want to be doing is also creativity. So I want to have some time. So during my day, for every day to feel harmonious, I want to have time where I do work, which means I do something where I know that I contribute, or I give my service, or I give my knowledge, or I invest in the future, or I help someone. Also, I want to have time where I create, and I create with no attachment really. Like I create for myself because I want to. For example, I still have a dress which I started sewing a few years ago, is in progress. I haven't finished it. And I have a sewing machine and I would like to finish that dress. But so far in the last few years, I haven't found time for that. So I would like to have some time dedicated every day for work, for creativity, for downtime. For me, downtime is very important. And also another thing that I would like to have some time is kind of like basic maintenance of self and environment. Again, it's a question like, how much do you want to do cleaning every day? How much do you want to do cooking every day? How much nail painting, face mask, or anything you want to do every day? It's also individual. Do you want to cook or you don't want to cook? Do you want to clean or you want to be able to hire somebody who does that for you, right? So it's also very individual. But for me, and this is kind of like a personal perspective, I want to be able to contribute towards all of those elements, including quality time with my loved ones. My loved ones are my friends and my family. So for those people who I live with, is, you know, dedicating some time every day to have quality time, or almost every day. And also I want to dedicate some time to connect with people who don't really live in my proximate environment, so I can call them. Anyways, right now I must say I probably feel 10 out of 10 because I feel very clear in my direction. And yeah, I probably could be talking for another hour, but I think that's where I'm gonna cut. And I will also ask the same for you. So when you look like, okay, you have your dream situation, how you want to live. But if you look at how you live every day, and so because you are like that, you're already in the present, already in the now. And then you look at how much time every day you spend for this, but actually you would want to spend that much time. Or how much time you are not dedicating for something that you would like to dedicate. So kind of like objectively to think about the balance that you have currently in your life with the current things that you're doing. And is there anything that you would like to decrease, increase, exclude, include? So this is just to kind of make you aware of how your daily balance is balanced right now, how your daily pressures are balanced right now, and also to kind of like brainstorm on any ideas if you can do something to change that. So thank you very much for watching and for sharing this journey with me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.